Fun with Stories. This podcast contains audio advertising. To hear it without ads, download the Fun with Stories app now. Welcome to Fun with Stories, the podcast where words come to life through exciting adventures and laugh-out-loud moments. Every episode, we take a tricky word, throw it into a fun-filled story featuring your favorite fairy tale and folk story characters, and make sure you'll never forget it. So, are you ready to learn new words the fun way with Little Red Riding Hood, Puss in Boots, the Gingerbread Man, Snow White, and more? Then let's jump into today's adventure on Fun with Stories. The Queen of Chortles. Joy rippled across the beach, the moment Nina crowned herself with seaweed and stole everyone's hearts. Nina was only 2, but she ruled the beach like a tiny queen in a sun hat. She toddled across the sand with her red plastic shovel, her diaper puffed up like a balloon from all the sea air. A group of older kids nearby were flying colorful kites, one shaped like a dragon, another like a dolphin. The kites danced in the breeze as the kids laughed and tugged on their strings. One of them, Aria, looked up and nudged her friend Theo. "Look at that baby!" Nina had just sat down, right on her shovel, with a loud squish. Theo burst out laughing. "Chortle!" he said, holding his belly. "Wait," Aria asked. "What does chortle mean?" "That's a funny word." Theo shrugged. "I think my dad says it when he snorts." Just then, Theo's mom walked over with watermelon slices. She smiled. "A chortle is a kind of laugh. It's half chuckle, half snort, like when something's just too silly not to laugh at." "Oh," Aria said, "like a giggle, with a snort stuck in it." "Exactly," said Theo's mom. "It was made up by Lewis Carroll, the guy who wrote Alice in Wonderland. People loved it so much, it became a real word." The kids nodded thoughtfully. Just then, Nina picked up a giant seashell and pressed it to her ear. "Lo!" she said into it. "Mama, Mama, beach loud!" Theo and Aria chortled. Next, Nina found a ribbon of seaweed and plopped it on her head. "Hat!" she declared proudly. The seaweed draped over her face like spaghetti. "She's a seaweed queen now," Aria giggled. "She's taking your crown," Theo told Nina, bowing low. "All hail Queen Seaweed!" But then, whoosh! A strong wind tugged the dolphin kite too hard. It spun, dipped, and tumbled, right toward Nina. "Watch out!" Aria yelled. "Flop!" The kite landed gently on Nina's back. Its tail tangled in the seaweed crown. She didn't even flinch. "Dolphin fly! Me fly, fly!" Nina squealed happily. Theo chortled so hard, he dropped his watermelon. "She thinks she's flying!" Aria gasped, laughing. Nina tried to run, but got tangled. "Feet stuck! Dolphin sleep!" Everyone burst into chortles, even the grown-ups. Theo's mom came over, gently untangling the kite and seaweed. "Let's save our flying fish princess." Nina blinked and reached both hands behind her, tugging at the fluttering kite tail. "Dolphin go bye-bye?" she asked, her voice small and hopeful. But when they laid the kite down to fix it, it flopped in the sand. The breeze had vanished. Nina stared at it. She walked over and gave it a little push. Nothing. She grabbed the string, raised her arms high, and toddled backward. "Fly!" she shouted. "Go up!" Still nothing. She turned to Theo, her lower lip wobbling. Theo knelt beside her. "Hey, let's try together." He gave the string a quick tug and tossed the kite upward, just as a breeze swept in. The kite caught the wind and leapt into the sky. A few minutes later, it soared higher than ever. Nina clapped her tiny hands. "Whee!" she squealed, bouncing with joy. Just then, A seagull swooped down and snatched a watermelon slice right out of Theo's hand. Everyone gasped, then burst into chortles. Arya smiled. You know, chortling is like a happy little laugh. When something's so silly or sweet, it makes your whole body giggle and snort all at once. Theo nodded. Yeah, like when we laugh so hard, it just bursts out. And as the sun warmed the sand and the kite danced in the sky, everyone on the beach felt lighter, happier, and full of joy, all because of one little toddler, her crown of seaweed, and a chortle that started it all. So, let's pause for a moment and talk about that funny little word you just heard. Chortle. Spelling Chortle. Chortle. But what is a chortle? A chortle is a happy, silly kind of laugh, part chuckle, part snort, like when something is just too funny not to laugh at all. Synonyms of chortle include giggle, chuckle, snicker, and laugh. Antonyms include cry, frown, groan, and sob. Here are 2 quick examples. During the magic show, the magician's funny hat made the children chortle with delight. Grandpa's silly dance had everyone at the family party bursting into chortles. So now you know, a chortle is a joyful laugh that bubbles up when you're having the best kind of fun. And that brings us to the end of today's adventure. We've explored a brand new word, had some fun with our favorite storybook characters, and now it's your turn to use it in real life. Want more fun stories and exciting words to learn? Download the Fun with Stories app for extra content, activities, and even more magical word adventures. Thanks for listening, and remember, words are powerful when you make them yours. See you next time on Fun with Stories.